Hello and welcome to a special show here on New Zealand Sports Radio. We're going to be talking about beach volleyball. That's right, the New Zealand Beach Tour, sponsored by GJ Gardner, has kicked off with the Nelson Super Slam. And it's great to have one of the champions on the show. Mike Watson, how are you doing, sir?
Good. Yeah, really good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, look, it's been a while since we chatted. We chatted back in April, May time, I think it was, obviously during lockdown and stuff. About your career and things. So folks, if you want to have a listen to that, there'll be a link down below. But how have you been keeping since then? Obviously training well because you've gone and won this competition.
Yeah, no, I've been good actually. I had a little bit of a break over the New Year's and stuff, and I was pretty excited to get down to Nelson and play that event. And we played well, so it was awesome.
So this is obviously before Christmas we had a few 2- and 3-star events to warm up. This is really the beginning of the important stuff here in New Zealand. You partnered up with the Johann Timmer.
Yep.
Now, on the ladies' side, they're mixing and matching during the season. Are you guys doing that on the men's side as well, or is that your partnership for the season now?
No, we're not doing that. So for the top 3 teams anyway, our partnerships are established. There's a few teams that are a little bit below us that are changing a little bit around, but for the top 3, we're in the same pairings. So we'll stick together throughout the whole tournament.
Cool. So the weekend, must have gone pretty much to plan. You won all your games in straight sets. Got to feel a little bit sorry for Arnold and Holston have to play you guys twice. But I guess it went to plan. Winning the final 21-13, 21-15. You guys have got it must be very happy with how the weekend went.
Yeah, definitely. Those boys that we played in the semi-final, I think they were pretty happy to make it to the semi. That's a pretty good result for them. And actually played a lot better the second time we played them than the first time. So they'll be happy with that result. But the final went well. We had we prepared well for it as a team. I think we were very clear about our game plan and what we wanted to do, and we went out and executed it, and it paid off, which was awesome. Yeah,
you mentioned those other guys did much better. 21-18 in their second set. They pushed you in that second set, which is good. 8th seed, they were the lowest seeded team, so you're right. Making it semi-final was a good result for them. Normally you'd be traveling and off to Asia, maybe up to Europe as well. What is the beach tour going to be sort of the main part of your season this year, or have you got some other stuff going on as well?
Yeah, well, it's pretty hard to see to tell what's going to happen with the overseas stuff. So at the moment, we're just kind of focusing on the New Zealand tour because we have tournaments, and they're good quality. So we're happy that we're actually playing. That's a positive. But in terms of international travel, I guess no one's really holding their breath in terms of what's going to happen if we're going to be allowed to travel and if we're going to be able to play the events, because the 3 New Zealand teams don't have that many international points. So when there are tournaments that we can play, kind of every man and his dog's going to want to be playing those events from around the world. So it's going to be pretty hard to get into those events. But we'll see how we go. We're pretty just like I said, focusing on what we've got in front of us at the moment. But if we get a chance to play overseas this season, it'll be pretty awesome as well.
Yeah, I guess the other thing is if 2020 Tokyo happens, obviously in 2021, you've still got the qualifiers for that lined up potentially as well. So I guess that would be your main overseas target once
definitely
once things do open up. So next round is up in the Northland Slam in 2 weekends time, I think it is, which I'm hoping to get to. Also, the New Zealand Championships up there, so it's a week-long event. So it's going to be lots of people, big crowds. It's going to be a very fun event up there, isn't it?
Yeah. First of all, it's a beautiful place. We played there last season, and it was just awesome. We loved it up there. The beach is really nice. Nice clear water, and it was really, really warm. So we're excited to go back there, that's for sure. And that was the only event we didn't win last year. So we're looking to try and get some revenge at that event, which would be awesome.
So nice setting. So you're distracted by the beautiful views and a nice setting, not concentrating on playing. Dearie me. You then head down to the Christchurch Super Slam in February, and then back-to-back games at your home court in Tauranga there in March, which I hope to get to both of those as well.
Nice.
Are you going to? So is it just those events, or will you be fitting in a few of the sort of smaller events and around that, or is it just purely training for you around those 4 events?
Yeah, I think we'll just be playing those events at this stage. It's kind of good that the tournaments aren't like there was a few years where the tournaments would just be every weekend back to back to back and you wouldn't get a break. But now there's actually a little bit of a break between the events, which is good. So we probably won't be playing any of the smaller events, but we'll be training in the meantime between those events for sure.
Cool. And how does your training work? I happened to bump into Tillian Pooley and Fitzpatrick training on Waihi Beach the other week, just as I had my girls down there. Do you, as you say, those top 3 teams, do you guys train together, or is it more competitive than that, and you're kind of and you train have different training partners?
Most of the time we train apart, not together. We have well, my partner Johann, he lives in Auckland, and so do Tom and Alani, the other team, and then Ben and Sam O'Day, they live here in the mountain with me. So I've got a little group that I train with, mostly my indoor team. So I'm training a lot with them. Late last year, we did have a bit of a training camp with all 3 teams, which was really successful. So I think that after that camp, we might try and get together as a squad, us top 3 teams, a bit more, because I think it was beneficial for all 3 teams.
Yeah, unfortunately, that clashed with the I think it was a 3-star event at Mount Maunganui, so which I got to, and you guys weren't there for that, unfortunately, but because you were on a training camp down the other end of the beach. But yeah, hopefully
we had
catch you in person.
We had a coach from overseas. He's actually a former Kiwi expat. He's living in the US. He was back for a month, and so that was the only date that we could all get together and have him as a coach. So that was pretty valuable. So it was unfortunately a clash event, but it was more important for us to have spent some time with him, which was awesome.
No, absolutely. Yes, so you say when we can get international quality coaches, that's great. So I think that's kind of most of the great to catch up. Any other kind of stuff that's on the sort of radar for you guys and volleyball? And obviously, it sounds just pretty much very uncertain, basically, aside from the local domestic stuff.
Yeah, exactly. The domestic stuff's awesome, and we're just going to be focusing on that. But yeah, the Olympic stuff's coming up. We're not sure exactly what shape or form that's going to be in. Hopefully, it's doable for us that we can at least have a go at making the Olympics. And then following that, we have the Commonwealth Games in 2022, which is also pretty exciting to try and put ourselves in a position to get a medal at that event as well, which would be awesome.
Cool. Well, great to catch up, and look forward to catching up in person in a couple of weekends' time, where hopefully you add that final medal or that final tournament to your collection, the one that's missing.
Yeah.
Great.
No worries. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to like the New Zealand Sport Radio Facebook page. As I say, I'll be bringing you interviews from at least 3, hopefully, of the beach volleyball, New Zealand Beach Tour events, and catching up with Mike and all of the other great players we have here in New Zealand.